Calsius is a lieutenant of Ultramarines 2nd Company, a veteran of the Indomitus Crusade and the Plague Wars. He earned recognition by slaying war boss Guttrek, turning the tide against an orc invasion. Now he leads a strike force to defend Corvon II from the Death Guard, his most hated foes, proving his courage in Warhammer 40k history. Hello my friends, my name is Max, and today we're building one of the rarest Warhammer 40k miniatures in plastic. This pal, pretty sure a lot of you have never even heard of him. This is Lieutenant Calsius. He was distributed with Conquest magazine, issue number 5, and this is a unique miniature that was only found in this magazine. As always, by the end of this video we will figure out answers for 3 simple questions. Does this mini look cool when assembled? Is it fun and easy to build it? And how does it look next to other minis? We find the instructions for assembly in the magazine. As you can see, there is the whole page dedicated to this fine chap. This is our sprue, a really cool looking sprue, and this miniature is supplied with a 40mm base. As always, we start with the torso, so we will need bits 1 and 2. The bits of the torso have been cleaned up. They should be assembled like this, looking very good, and I'm going to glue them. And this is our torso so far. Next, we will assemble some legs. We will start with the right one, bit number 3. This is our right leg. Should be sitting somewhere here. It should be along these lines. The lock here is terrible, so I will just try to make it happen somehow. This might look weird for now, but it all makes sense when you look at this from this angle. So he is striding forward. That is how it's supposed to look like. Now let's find the bit number 4 that is supposed to be a part of the left leg. This is my bit number 4. Should be sitting over here, like this. And I'm going to glue it. Here we go. This is our pal with both legs. Now we need some arms. We need bits 5 and 6. Okay, here comes the tricky bit. These 2 hands are supposed to be on his sword. However, there is no indication where the angle should be. So you can see there are no locks over here. We will have to do some judgment calls here, and we will have to glue these 2 bits to the torso more or less simultaneously. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try to glue it like this first, then I will glue it to the torso, and then I will see if I have to rotate or change anything here. So I suspect roughly this position. And now I will try to attach it to the torso. So as we see, my guess was roughly correct. This is the more or less correct position of the hand. But this is definitely not very newbie-friendly kind of design. People might struggle easily assembling these bits together. It's 3 bits and you only have 2 hands. Anyways, moving forward. Now we need to add pretty much the rest of the mini, and we probably want to start with the head. I'm gonna go with the helmeted head 12. I like it a bit more than the bear head 11. This is our really cool helmeted head. Should be looking somewhat like this. I'm going to glue it. I think this is gonna be my head position. He looks very serious. Now let's find the pistol holster number 7 and put it on his right leg. This is our bolt pistol in a holster, and it should be sitting somewhere here. You can see there is a lock here, triangular lock, that fixes the pistol in its position, like this. This was one of the best locks I have ever seen in my life, looking really cool. Now let's go for the shoulder pads. Let's start with the left one, number 8. This is our very ornate ultramarine shoulder pads, number 8. That should be sitting on his left shoulder. should be attached over here like this. As you can see, there is a fine look over here. And this is our pal with the left shoulder pad. Now we need to find the right one, number 9. This is our shoulder pad number 9. Should be sitting over here like this. There is also a prominent lock here. And this is our right shoulder pad. Looking very, very good. Now the backpack 13. The backpack, as always, the most time-consuming part to clean up. And let's see how it should be sitting on his back. Should be along these lines. And this is our Calsius with the backpack. Now we need to put some decorations. Let's start with the purity seal number 10. Apparently number 10 seemingly is not even a purity seal, but some sort of a ultramarines decoration, because this is ultramarine symbol over here. And it should be sitting somewhere here. Like this. I think this is how it's supposed to be sitting over here. And now the purity seal finally, bead 14. This is our bead 14. Very easy to mix up the sides. I think if you do, doesn't really matter that much. This bead should be sitting over here, like this. I'm going to try to glue it. This is how this bead is supposed to be sitting here. This is the flimsiest thing I have ever seen in my life. Look at how they show it on this picture. So it should be sitting on this tiny bit of glue. I think we have achieved that, but you better not drop this lad on the floor. Otherwise it will fall off. And I think the idea with this one is to show that he strides so fast, it flows after him. Looking very, very flimsy. And now our pal is almost done. We just need to drop him on a base. And that is our mini, my friends. It took me roughly 35 minutes to assemble it. I'm giving it 5 service cows out of 5 for the sheer fun of building it. And I will give it 4 out of 5 for its ease of assembly. Some bits, like this thing over here, the scrolls, are really, really flimsy. And the arms are also challenging for new people. This arm and this arm holding the sword. You were supposed to attach these hands to this sword and attach it to the torso more or less at the same time. Might be a bit challenging for new people in the hobby. However, that is a good practice to build the minis. The mini might require partial assembly because this sword and these hands overlap with some parts of the torso. However, I think the important parts, like his chest decorations and whatnots, are fairly accessible, so I don't think it is strictly necessary. Now let's see how this mini sits next to some other miniatures. Since this pal is an ultramarine, let's compare him to Chief Ultramarine Marnius Kalgar. This is a really, really decorated miniature that we have built today, a lot of ultramarine symbology, and I think this makes it very similar to the Kalgar's armor, because he also has a lot of ultramarine symbology on his armor. If we compare this pal to a Primaris Infiltrator Sergeant that we have built recently, we can see that the Sergeant, of course, wearing a Phobos armor, looks a bit lighter. However, they are of the same size, the proportions are exactly the same. These are definitely Primaris Space Marines, and they're gonna look cool together on the battlefield. And of course, if we compare this spell to a Firstborn Space Marine, a Terminator Captain over here, we can see that the Terminator Captain is shorter, even with the tactical armor. Without tactical armor, much shorter. This is actually quite amazing how large Primaris Space Marines are. And that's a wrap for today, my friends. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It will help you to catch more content like this and support me in growing this channel. Share your thoughts on this mini in the comments below. I'm working to make my videos more helpful, and I need your input. Check the description of this video for a Google form link and share. What's your biggest struggle when building Warhammer minis? Make sure to check the video that you see now on your screen. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.